You notice I was singing without actually making the noise that time. She can be taught. Learned my lesson yesterday as I was driving in and listening to Andrew sing his Buffett music, and I was like, oh, I shouldn't do that. No offense, Andrew. You keep that up. But no, we will not be singing into our mic anytime soon. Was started off this conversation, if you're just tuning in, with the Google Most Search list, which basically shows that I am wholly inadequate when it comes to pop culture these days because 9 out of 10 things listed and searched, I have no idea what it is myself and have never heard of it. It's a whole thing. Got to talking about our favorite shows that are no longer on or reruns I should watch. And we got two callers on the line. Let's go to Annie. Annie in Talladega. How's it going?
It's going great. How about you?
I'm having a fun day. Shifting gears here a little bit to a little lighter topic. What is your favorite things to watch on TV? What's your go-to reruns?
My go-to reruns. AJ is right about MASH. MASH is the best. I love that. I've seen every season, every episode, multiple times, and I still watch it when it comes on.
Yeah, Mash is pretty good.
But one of my go-to favorites is Designing Women.
I love Designing Women. Oh my goodness! And I was talking earlier about handling tough topics. They did a lot of that on this show too. I
They
wonder where
did.
that's streaming. I'm making a list here.
Disney,
Oh,
Disney Plus.
I had
I
no
have
idea.
I have the Hulu package with the Disney Plus and HBO.
Oh, okay.
It's on
I am unless something changes, I'm going home to turn on Designing Women because and here's the thing is because my daughter's homeschooled, she does get to hear or see whatever it is I've got on. I feel like she would enjoy that too.
And I will tell you another show. It's not reruns, but it's another show that you have to watch. I wouldn't watch it with small ones, but if you have not seen The Pit,
I haven't seen The Pit. That's one of the Googled shows.
it is one of the. But I work in the medical field,
Uh-huh.
and it's another hospital show, and that I have never seen a more accurate portrayal.
And it's not woke garbage because that's the problem.
It's on HBO too, right?
It's on HBO Max.
Okay.
Okay.
HBO Max. So it's almost kind of like a much more realism aspect of ER.
Of ER. Okay.
Okay.
I never really got into ER.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he actually played. I think the doctor who's in the show, The Pit, was also on ER.
Okay.
Or one of those doctor shows back in the day.
He was Dr. Carter.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to look him up and see if that's the one I was thinking. Okay. I will add The Pit to my list of ones to, oh yeah.
The first season is one day.
Oh, okay.
Each episode is 1 hour in the shift.
It's like the show 24. Okay. I like it.
Right. And it is, it covers some very sensitive topics. Like there are young girls that come in the ER wanting the abortion pill.
Oh gosh. Okay.
And there is gun violence, and there is an attack on a healthcare worker. But that is all things that we deal with today, and it shows them trying to get through the day.
Okay. I will
It's
check
great.
out The Pit. Well, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Enjoy design.
All right. I appreciate it, Annie, and Happy New Year's. All right. We'll go to Mike and see what Mike has to say about TV shows. Mike, you got any recommendations or favorites?
Hi, April. Hey, first of all, thank you for being there. You guys do an excellent job. I very much appreciate it.
Well,
I'm sorry,
thank
did I lose you?
Nope, we
I'm
got
sorry.
you.
I'm sorry. I lost my for some reason I've got bad audio here. Anyway, real quick, I'm about 10. No, see, I'm about 20 years older than you guys. So I go back to the dark ages of TV, back when there was black and white TV. Well, I won't go that far back. One show that always I enjoyed as in my earlier years that actually had some really good. It was good comedy, but also had some really good stuff, social stuff, was Barney Miller. I mean, it's a cop. It's kind of a
I don't even
comedic
know that I've
cop
ever
show.
heard of it.
Oh my gosh, you have got to look up Barney Miller.
Okay.
Very, very good show. I mean, it was a half-hour set TV in a police squad. I mean, it wasn't a heavy, Hill Street Blues, NYPD thing. It kind of
75.
the,
It ran 1975 to 1982.
Mm-hmm.
very good stuff. A lot of good stuff. A lot of good characters. A lot of good character studies. They touched on a lot of things, but it wasn't. I mean, it was not any of the crazy stuff that we do today. But they touched on just about everything you can think of.
And it had some big names. It had some big names during that time in that
very
era.
Good people.
Some big names.
Abe Vigoda. I'm going totally blank on everybody now. Now that was an easy one. I'll give you two from a little bit earlier period that kind of touch on immigration in a positive way. There was a series, I don't remember how long it lasted, called The New Land, Newland, that was about, I want to say it was Norwegian immigrants coming into this country, probably in the Minnesota, Michigan area. It didn't last very long, if I remember right, but it was very real and gritty.
Okay.
And then there was another series called The Monroes, which dealt with a young family of pioneers going into, the new world, so to speak. And I remember Barbara Hershey. This is probably the first time I'd ever heard of her. And I think Michael Anderson Jr. might have been the other one. It doesn't matter. These were both very good shows, but they didn't deal with, they dealt with the people and what they were doing and how they lived. And, they were good stories.
5 orphans established a homestead in 1870s Wyoming is the Monroes. Okay, never heard of it. I will look it up.
I remembered the story, but I couldn't remember. I mean, when you get my age, the memory fades sometimes.
Are you kidding? When my age, my memory fades. I don't know what I did yesterday morning.
And of course, there's always the Andy Griffith Show.
Oh yeah, that might be time for a redo of Andy Griffith.
I don't think you could I'll tell you a quick thing I thought was funny. I know you're busy. The story goes that when the original pilot was shot, the boy Ronnie Howard, his father was an actor. The original pilot had the Opie character as being kind of a smart aleck, kind of a Leave It to Beaver, Dennis the Menace kind of a character.
Mm-hmm.
His father went to Andy Griffith and sort of told him, maybe it would be better if he was actually a real boy and he respected his father and da-da-da-da-da. Well, Andy Griffith took that advice, and that's how he ended up with the show he ended up with, because otherwise you would have ended up with another 50s, kind of silly show.
Kind of comedy.
Yeah, the father's name, I think was Rance Howard. He was an actor. But apparently, he affected the future of that show forever. I mean, they weren't all fantastic episodes, but there's hardly any you could ever watch that you don't just sit there and just smile.
Right. Life was a simpler time back when we watched shows like the Andy Griffith Show.
Well, let's put it this way: they didn't. I mean, I suppose that the media people, the Hollywood people, and whatever. I mean, they had. I don't say they were moral and not evil and doing all kinds of, because they did all kinds of terrible things, but they understood that there was only so far they could go. I mean, they pushed the limits here and there, but the public, and I will take this to the churches. I mean, there were plenty of times where churches at different times raised up, or church leaders, whether you're talking about the official ones or the Billy Grahams of the world, stood up and said, no, this is not right. We don't want to, this is, there was some level of public consciousness that said, no, this is over the line. We cannot expose our children to that because it will destroy our society, which unfortunately we are seeing that in so many ways. Thank God we have Trump and people like you and 1819 and people like that who are standing up and pointing it out, and we're having to claw ourselves back.
And we do. And I talk to my kids because the LGBTQ themes are everywhere. I mean,
Oh
you
God.
cannot watch even holiday films. They're everywhere, and just trying to explain. Yeah, there that is that exists. I'm not trying to. We're not denying that, but in a perfect world, God created man and woman, husband and wife, intact family, and
Well,
and
if you think about it, there has to be a reason. I don't want to go all religion. This is one of my favorite topics, but there's, if you think about when Jesus came to us or was given to us, why did God create him the way he did? I mean, he could have easily just popped him out of the burning bush or sent a lightning bolt from the sky or
sent
whatever.
him here
No,
as a
he
baby.
put him. He raised him with a two parent family, and and all that, and brought him through. And of course, every element of his upbringing was what we now call the nuclear family, I suppose. But there's a lesson there that is important.
There is an important lesson there. Now, for those who don't know, I am a single mother, and I tell my kids all the time.
Don't take me wrong. I didn't mean that in a
Oh,
negative
no.
way,
What I
but
tell
you know
my
what I'm saying.
what I tell my kids all the time is, "Mama broke the rules, okay? And do not do this." I would be heartbroken and devastated for my daughter to be a single mother. I would be heartbroken and devastated for my sons
Well,
to not marry and stay with if they had the mother
simple
of
fact of
children.
the matter is, it just puts that much more burden on the
Absolutely.
other parts of the family.
And
Whether you're a
absolutely.
single mother, a single father, wherever, and
It is not
it
as God
makes it.
intended, and it's that simple. It
Well,
is
that's true.
that
Unfortunately, it happens, but it just puts you in such a difficult place. I have nothing but respect for people who have gone through that. I'm twice divorced and had all that, and I've done plenty of stupid stuff. But
I tell people.
unfortunately, don't.
Here's the
Go
thing:
ahead.
is we part of what we fight against these days is what has become normalized, and
Precisely.
that one of Charlie. If you look at what Charlie Kirk was talking about constantly, just because something has become normalized, mainstream, you're used to it. Whether it's having children without being married, or whether it's divorce, or whether it's whatever, that doesn't make it right. You see it all the time. And so that's
Well,
looking back at entertainment, there should be entertainment without all of these implications that have normalized things that shouldn't be. And so I love the family films. I love the old school, funny is funny without worrying about what name are
that
you going to be called, because you don't
I
get
don't.
that anymore.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but that just reminded me. There was a series, and I want to simply say it was called The Family or Family,
Okay.
and it was you might want to look that up.
I'll look it up.
I can see the father, and I can see the mother. I can see their faces, but I couldn't tell you their names if you gave me $1. But but basically that was it. It was just people living a life. They had to have the
Yep.
made up drama that inevitably has to go with situation stuff like that, but it wasn't every day we're going to go to the go march on the abortion clinic or
Right.
whatever.
Well, and
you know.
here's the thing: there's a time and a place for everything. All right. Well, I appreciate the call, Mike. I've gone right over my break time, but
Well,
you
thank
keep
you,
listening.
and thanks AJ.
All right. We're gonna
Take it easy, dear.
take a break here, and when we come back, I'll switch to some of the other, besides television, some of the other things Googled. We may go to some of the top headlines of the days. We'll see where my whim takes me. You guys hold tight. April Marie here, filling in for Leland. I've mentioned it a couple times, but it is out there now. 99.5 is live streaming on YouTube. So on the off chance you want to see my funny faces and my lip syncing, you can do that on YouTube. Watch that on YouTube now. It's Real Talk 99.5 TV. So if you just go to YouTube and check that out, you can see us there. All your favorite hosts, the morning crew, Richard and Valerie, Andrew, and usually Leland, but April Marie here filling in for him today. I was going to change topics a little bit, but I think we've got more TV, more callers on the TV talk conversation. So let's keep them coming. We'll start with Tom. Hey, Tom.
Hey, April Marie, you're doing a great job. I really am enjoying it. I'm 70 years old, so get ready.
All right, buckle up.
TV choices. I like the black and white Gunsmoke reruns.
Ah.
They're like 30 minutes, but they're great stories, and James Arness and all that.
Where do you find them? Do you watch them on YouTube, or are they streaming somewhere?
Yeah, they're on YouTube.
Okay.
Anywhere you can watch them, and I'm on YouTube TV, so there's I think Pluto has them.
Got it. Okay,
So,
I'll check that out.
All right, and the other one is I like Andy Griffith, but the most important is I like the Andy Griffiths with Ernest T. Bass. If you don't know who Ernest T. Bass is, being a young lady as you are, you need to find out who Paul, I think his name was Paul Morris or
Howard Morris.
Howard
played
Morris.
by Howard Morris.
And to me, I guess.
Okay, so if we're going to start, the great thing about the Googles, which started this whole conversation, is you can literally see which episodes that character's on.
All right,
so I can check it out.
Here's the one for AJ and you. The first time, and this is my first time that a rap song was ever played on TV.
Was on
Ernest T. Serenades Charlene. I'll hang up and let y'all.
Okay, we're gonna have.
Up.
I'm gonna AJ, you're gonna have to look it up.
I'm gonna have to look that one up.
Okay.
Okay, Tom.
All right. Ernest T. Bass rapping on the Andy Griffith Show.
Okay.
Yeah, Ernest T. Serenades Charlene. And Charlene was the daughter of Denver Pyle, the actor Denver Pyle. And his kids were a bluegrass band called the Dillards, but they were the Darlings on the Andy Griffith Show. But there was a bluegrass band that played real good. Dillards. All right.
All right, Tom.
All right, Tom. Appreciate that.
We're going to go down this rabbit hole next. I'm tasking AJ with looking that up.
All right, before we do that,
yes.
Do have some text line messages.
What do we got?
All right, we got Robbie. Says you can watch MASH episodes on Roku TV.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah. So I think, because like Roku has the live section
where
you can watch live. And my Transformers is on there, so it takes me back to my childhood. But yeah, they have like some networks are just reruns of like all the shows.
Yep.
So there's some really cool stuff on that one. All right, so Grant chimes in and he says MASH is on Hulu.
Okay.
Which you already
Roku
have
and
that.
Hulu, yep.
Bosom Buddies.
Oh.
I forgot about Bosom Buddies. I used to love watching
too,
Bosom Buddies in the 80s. Yeah. Another one said MASH is on MeTV.
Okay.
And it says, I watched the last Stranger. Oh, this is from Justin saying that I watched the last Stranger Things episode. I know y'all would probably think it's woke, and maybe it is, but it will.
It's still good. It's still good television.
Good.
Have you seen Stranger Things? I haven't seen
I saw
any
like
of
the
them.
first season.
Okay.
And I just haven't had a chance to go back. Because, when you got young kids, you just.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
Okay, and they just wrapped up season 5. Is that?
Yeah.
Or is it longer than that? Goodness, season 5 is what it looks like they're on. Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Any other text line before we get a chase?
That is it.
Okay, noted, guys. Thank you. And MASH, MASH is on on the list. And then you've been tasked with looking up the rap song from the Andy Griffith Show.
Yeah, I think
The
I know what
Serenade.
you're talking about, but 205-545-9955, but you can text and call that now.
There you go.
There you
Chase, what's up?
Hey, what's up, April Marie? So I've got a couple of good, wholesome TV shows from the late '90s that I grew up watching. So one of them is a show called Sequest, and it had Roy Schneider in it. It's kind of a futuristic sci-fi for back then, but it's about like this naval commander who takes command of this like advanced submarine. And he basically patrols around the world because apparently the nations have all decided to start living underwater. So that was a really cool show from back then. And another one this one's got an interesting story because the main actor, who was Gerald McCraney, who you may remember from Major Dad, his brother was my older brother's head football coach in high school. So that was a really cool connection. And the name of that show was Backdoor Piloted in Touched by an Angel, and the show was called Promised Land, and it's about how Gerald McCraney, he takes his family and they live out of an Airstream trailer, and they literally travel all over the United States. And
Okay.
so
And
it touches. Go ahead.
I was going to say, and Touched by an Angel is a good one too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Promised Land, we've got Sequest and Promised Land on the list. Chase, I'm making a list. I'm like Santa Claus over here. All right, I talked us right into a break. We'll be back with more of your calls and texts in just a little bit. You're listening to April Marie, fill in for Leland Live.
samurai, jump in the fire, fire too hot, jump in the pot, pot too black, jump in the crack, crack too high, jump in the sky, sky too blue, jump in canoe, canoe too shallow, jump in the tallow, tallow too soft, jump in the loft, loft too rotten, jump in the cotton, cotton so white she stayed there all night.
There you go. The face, it's just a shame we don't have a camera on AJ during the show. Because are you not calling that rap? I don't know that I'd call that rap.
No.
I don't know what that was. It was
I don't know what that was, but
poetry to
I
drum?
guess. I don't know. I don't know what the heck that was, but hey.
You know what, though? That's good Americana right there. That's what that is. The Andy Griffith Show, pure Americana. All right, we've got Mark on the line. Mark, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going pretty well. I was going to call earlier. I had some comments, but decided to keep to myself about the Alabama Grooming Academy over there.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a real shame what they've done there.
Absolutely.
As far as TV shows, I don't know if you like science fiction or if you like The Twilight Zone or any of that stuff from way back when.
You know, I never watched it when it was originally, but there was a Twilight Zone-like show, and I can't even remember the name of it, a couple years ago that I watched a little bit of. That's not a bad one to revisit.
Right, and the original is really good. I mean, some of it's a little corny in your face, but some of it still stands up. I mean, I literally bought the collection because you can never go wrong. It's 20 minutes, good story, you're out. Right after that, he did a show called Night Gallery that was similar but more of a horror vein. There's some stuff. I like science fiction, so there's one called Fringe, which if you like far out stuff, it's like Stranger Things, but it doesn't get all woke.
Okay.
Like Stranger Things has turned into. That's some pretty good stuff that you could get there.
You know, I might revisit the Twilight Zone. Do you have a favorite Twilight Zone episode?
I think the most famous one, because it's kind of like half of my personality is there's the one about, it's got Burgess Meredith. He's the guy all the time in the world. He's got poor vision and everything, and all he wants is time to read. Then there's a nuclear war, and he's the last guy there, and suddenly he has time to read. I don't want to give away the ending, although technically it's 60 years after it got shown, but whatever.
No spoiler alerts for an old Twilight Zone episode. Okay, I'll check it out.
Do that. I could go on and on, but I know you got a show. I do appreciate when you guest host here and everything. It's always fun.
Thank you. I appreciate it. This has been a fun day. All right, we've got Judy on the line. How's it going, Judy? Happy New Year.
I'm thoroughly enjoying you. You remind me of Dr. Gina.
Oh, thank you.
I just love you. So you need to be working with 99.5 also.
Well,
we love the guys, but we need some females in there also. My mother watched the Andy Griffiths every night, and she would laugh hysterically. She had seen it 100 times, but she did. And the Ernest T. Bass, really, it is one of the very best ones out there. If people go into North Carolina, they need to go to Mount Airy. That's what Andy actually based that TV show on, his hometown.
Huh.
And it is an absolute hoot. And we ran into a man that went to school with Andy. I mean, it was just, everybody wants to know, where are you from? They got a barber shop and a little old guy that makes pork chop sandwiches.
Oh.
So it's just the coolest thing. Y'all need to go. But I enjoy Touched by an Angel. I get up every morning at 4 o'clock to watch it, except this morning they turned it off, so I'm going to have to write some letters and get a campaign going. That's one of the very best. And Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, is excellent.
I forgot about Dr. Quinn. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Thoroughly enjoy it. I mean, it's just absolutely excellent. So thank you so much. We're enjoying you, and you need to be working for the station also.
Well, thank you. Here's what Judy, my New Year's resolution part of it is just to convince the regular host of 99.5 to take more vacations, because they'll call me when they go on vacation. I just got to get them to take more vacation time.
Well, there you go. We'll just get after them.
There you go. All right. Thanks, Judy. You take care.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you. You too. Well, this has been fun, AJ. We opened up a whole look back at TV. I'm going to tell you, MASH and Designing Women. Mm-hmm. I don't know how I forgot about Designing Women. That was such a good show.
Yeah, that was definitely 80s right there.
Yeah, that
With
was
the
like
big hair and everything.
The big hair
Yeah.
and the thick Southern accent.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just loved all the characters of that.
Was it because they were in like in a hotel or something like that?
Uh-huh.
Did they run? I'm trying to think about.
No, they had a
magazine?
interior decorating.
Okay.
Wasn't it?
Oh, it's been a long time since I watched that TV series.
And yeah, they had Anthony, the character,
Mm-hmm.
Suzanne Sugarbaker and her sister, Julia Sugarbaker. Oh no, I am going down that rabbit hole. That is in my near future.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these I just absolutely forgot about. But
Now, if you come back up here tomorrow with a Southern drawl,
you know what? Okay, I get my Southern accent comes out. When I am drinking, if I have had more than 2 glasses of wine, all of a sudden it happens, and then when I'm exhausted, when I'm absolutely exhausted.
Okay, so what type of drawl is it? Is it like the Montgomery drawl, or are you more like a Georgian?
Honestly, I have no idea because I am from Titusville, Florida. I am from
Floridian.
I am which by the way.
Now it depends on what part. Okay, so you're Floridian. Oh, wow.
I am a small town Florida girl and have no idea. But what's funny is when I first went to DC. Now, for those who don't know my background, politics was not my thing. I went to college. I thought I was going to I was studying being an urban original planner. I was doing transportation planning. I just loved, it was very odd, but I was a traffic data analyst.
Oh gosh, I could see you in those those board meetings.
It was fun. It really was.
Zoning.
Oh my gosh, exactly. And so working with engineers and AICPs, I was on a woman on a mission. And then the election happened, the recount, the 2000 election. I was in Tallahassee during that. And I was like, what is happening here? And I got involved on campus, got into politics. My parents worked at Pizza Hut and Walmart. Like I worked at my dad stocked grocery store shelves, not at all from a political family. So when I did go into politics, I didn't have any money to do anything. There was 4 or 5 of us in a 2-bedroom apartment sharing it. But I'll tell you what, I waitressed at Cap City Brewery by the Pentagon. And I don't know how it happened, but I'd say, how are y'all tonight? And I figured out that the more Southern you were, the higher your tips. And man, could I draw out, I don't know what the Southern accent was, but people were just tickled pink. You start with a y'all.
It kind of came out there for a second. Okay.
And so I have no idea how it happened, but that was my persona waiting tables, which I was the world's worst waitress. I believe everybody needs to work retail once in their life, and everybody needs to wait tables once in their life just to see the flip side of things.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people from all walks of life who are just ugly to people in those roles. And if you've ever done it, you would never be ugly to them again, because it's a tough thing being on your feet all day, every day. It's a tough thing having people angry at you for things that are out of your control. And it just totally changes your perspective. But yes, my Southern accent comes out, and it's a weird draw when I'm drinking or when I'm tired. I have no idea. People are like, "Where are you from?" I'm Titusville, Florida.
Well, whoa, there you go. Oh, there's that. Say it again.
I got nothing. Titusville, Florida. I got nothing. And at least now I get to say I'm from. It makes more sense when I'm out and about. I get a Southern draw, and I'm from Alabama. Never mind the fact I moved here 12 years ago. I'm not from around here. I'm not from around here, but I can make it sound like it if I really try.
Wow.
I got nothing. All right. Having a blast here with AJ this afternoon. If you are not following me on X, APRYLMARIE, April Marie is where you can find me. AJ's keeping an eye on the text line today. We're keeping him busy over there, so you can send him a text if you don't have the opportunity to call in. When we come back, I'm going to get to some more of these lists and how out of the loop I am on pop culture, because I'm telling you, there are names. And one of the things I gave up this year was the Page Sixes. I used to be really into, People magazine and Page Six and celebrity gossip. And I don't know why, but at some point, I realized I didn't need to be up in everybody's business. I don't want everybody all up in my business. I don't need to be up in other people's business. And I cut that out. But when I did so, all of a sudden I lost knowing who all these people who are Google searched and looked up are in entertainment. So we'll get back to that list in just a little bit. You guys hold tight. Feel free to call in 545-9950 to get on the conversation. Back in a minute.
2026.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Almost 5 o'clock here on Tuesday. I'm losing track of time. It is the time and the day. It's a whole situation. These holiday days are a blur. I do know from my Facebook that this is like my third year filling in on the during the holidays on 99.5. So I love that. It's turning into an annual tradition, and one I'm absolutely okay with. I have somehow messed with my Google Trends, so the page I had on here went away. So I was looking at the people, and so it gives you a list of people, and some of them are ones that are obvious, like the year in review. You know, a lot of people searched up Charlie Kirk, a lot of people searched it up Erica Kirk, and so looking at that. But then there's sports figures who I have no idea who they are. And I don't watch sports. Are you big into sports, AJ?
I do. Well, it just depends. Like if it's like the championship playoffs or something like that, then I'm really into it, and I may just watch them at the bar or something like that. But yeah,
not every week you're gonna find a game, even if it's not your team playing.
No, honestly, I got really I got switched out my politics. So I just be watching that. I'm kind of a nerd like that.
You do?
Yes, I do. I be paying attention to like what's going on, and then just random. And then now if it's like a cool highlight, I'll watch that.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? If there was like an interesting turn in events in the game, that kind of piques my interest.
Okay, fair. Oh, yeah, okay. Speaking of piquing my interest, so I listened to you guys all the way till I got home.
Mm-hmm.
And you had teased going and the sandwiches.
Oh, the board in Birmingham, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So okay, now there's one named it's the Club Father.
The Club Father.
Okay, which was a good play on words there. I can assume, and y'all were talking about that being a basic sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a Redland Rifle sandwich.
Redland Rifle.
Okay.
Rye.
Oh, rifle.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Rifle.
Okay.
Not rifle, like rifle, like you're full.
Like you're full. Okay.
Yes.
Which of those two is your favorite?
Oh man, it was kind of tough. But I actually leaned towards the rifle.
Oh, look at you,
I did.
JD with the win.
I mean, it was a slight. Now look, both sandwiches are
really good,
amazing.
Okay.
So I will say, you know what, get both.
Okay. April, go get. You don't have to tell me twice. You know how much food I eat for my little side. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
And did I hear you were getting your own sandwich?
That is a rumor.
To be,
yes,
possibly to be considered.
Maybe.
How cool is it to have your own sandwich?
I don't know. I don't have one yet. You have to talk to JD and Will.
And Will and
those two got the sandwiches. I don't have one.
Okay.
So you got to talk to them. And I like to tease them both because I'm like, oh well, y'all got names and stuff, but
you got sandwiches already.
Yeah, but no, but yeah,
right.
go Jazz.
You were holding out on me yesterday. You wouldn't tell me anything about the sandwiches.
I was making sure the story kind of breathed a little bit, as we like to say.
Yes, I was listening on my way home. I was in MASH I was looking at the list because I typed up the list. I'm gonna put it out there. I'll tweet it out, the overall TV list, and I just got one texted to me from a friend who's listening.
Mm-hmm.
And so but you guys were joking about kind of the MASH theme because JD is a veteran,
right?
And the wild titles and jobs, and he was describing his job and what it would be like in the real life.
Oh yeah, we did talk about that.
And then I almost, and you know what, I might do it during the next commercial break. Put in a radio producer / host and see what kind of really cool technical executive name we can give you. I don't.
Where we gonna put it in? Like what? Like
Gemini or ChatGPT? ChatGPT.
Oh my
see
gosh.
What titles it gives you. I've done that. Have you ever done the describe your job without naming it? And I'm like, I talk a lot and tick people off.
Yeah.
Like you got to figure out what the job is based on a really obscure.
Like, what am I good at?
Description. Well, what do you do, April Marie?
No, my goodness.
My kids to this day, and because I do political, I still do like issues advocacy, political consulting type stuff where people will will talk to me about something going on out of state. We'll do a messaging plan. Of course, I went from doing strictly commentary news to writing hard news and doing a lot of investigative stuff, which it's been really fun this year. And then I do a lot of fill-in radio. And so I'm like, I'll talk for 3 and 4 hours at a time without getting paid for it, but just because it's fun and I like to tick people off. Like, that's not weird at all.
No.
So you talk as a hobby? I'm like, I don't know what.
It's like yes and no. It is a hobby, but it's not a hobby.
It's not, exactly.
Yeah.
How do you describe this? This
I
is
don't
very
know.
entertaining.
So I kind of do a hobby, but not a hobby. But it's a hobby.
But and it's a skill.
It's a very good, yes.
I didn't know that coming into radio, that the ability to sit behind a mic and just talk for hours,
paint a picture with words,
is very difficult. And what for those who don't know my radio background, I'm going to tell you all about me today, is there was a host in Montgomery who got cancer, and I filled in during his treatment. And then Dale Jackson will say he made me because he gave me my first opportunity hosting. And at this point, I've come to conclude that wasn't a great thing. Dale give anybody his microphone if he gets a day off. He wasn't quite picky about it. But where I really ended up doing radio is a host got sick. I filled in for him. Unfortunately, he got sick again. His cancer came back. I filled in for him again, and he ended up retiring. And I was like, well, I know how to get to the studio, and they like me okay. I've been here for a couple months, and they just let me continue. And it's a skill that you have to, if you don't use it, like if I don't host for a while, you can tell when I'm back because I will get behind the mic and I will struggle. It is a use it or lose it skill. You'll get it back like a bicycle, but it might be rough. So you'll know the days where I haven't been talking for a while because it's like, what are we going to talk about today? I don't know what's happening. Okay, so we have talked about TV. I have a whole plethora of recommendations here going on. Basically, okay, a friend texted in the Death Valley Days. Have you ever heard of Death Valley Days?
No.
Western stories and legends based and filmed in around Death Valley, California. One of the longest running Western series. I don't know that we have any Western series. Originating on radio in the 1930s. For a short time in the 60s, the narrator was Ronald Reagan. Did not know that. Okay, that one sounds good. And then, yes, the Twilight episode is Time Enough at Last. So we will check those out. Keep those recommendations coming. You know how to get us on the text line.
Yes.
And on and a call in. All right, when we come back, I have a whole schedule of things I wanted to talk about. Yesterday we talked about some of the municipal elections. I cannot say enough. You guys, going into this next year, I want you to make what is going to sound like the lamest New Year's resolution, and I want that resolution to be pay attention to what's going on around you locally. You've got people in Helena. You've got now this Taj Mahal City Hall situation. In Irondale, you've got accusations of financial malfeasance. I say, but possibly overspending and not growing the way you need to be. In Homewood, you've got a whole new system of government. Birmingham, it's really interesting to watch what's going on with what the mayor's doing with homelessness. And AJ and I talked about that on Birmingham Today. You know, the mayor caught a lot of flack over them going in and kicking. I say kicking. That's probably not the nicest word, but that's what they did. They removed people from public parks and said, you can't live here. Like, you need to accept help, which is really hard for people to do, but accept help, go to a shelter, let us help you get back on your feet, because this is not sustainable living in Lynn Park. And they were having a lot of troubles there. I need to find it. I'm going to find it and send it to you, AJ. I have a clip of a Woodfin walk and talk where he was trying to defend his own actions. And he was talking about what was going on in the public parks with the homelessness. But back to my point is a lot of these localities are starting to look at just ordinances at their city councils passing different I don't want to say bills because I've got legislature on the brain, but passing resolutions and ordinances to try to keep public safety, and help the homelessness problem we got going on. But these municipalities and the Birmingham Water Works, Central Alabama Water, we got to pay attention to this. I'm going to talk a little bit about that in the next hour as we round out today's program. You guys hold tight.